Alrighty. Hello, hello, Vanessa. How are you today?
Hi, good. How are you?
I am doing so good. Thank you so much. I am super excited to chat with you here this afternoon. I know that we had some time off screen to kind of talk on the phone and chat a little bit about the role, a little bit, as well as a client. So I
Yeah,
would just love for you to kickstart this interview and tell me a little bit about your professional experience.
first, yes. So I worked as an administrative role for about, I want to say about 8 years now. Um, I've worked doing staffing. I've worked as general manager uh, in a different company, and so it's been mostly like scheduling, working with different clients, working with therapists. So that's been my role so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for that introduction. Now, a
Yes.
lot of your experience is going to be as, administrative assistant, office clerk, general manager
Right.
type roles. Tell me a little bit about, I just want to, as far as systems that you're kind of familiar with utilizing, do you mind sharing that with me?
Yes, of course. So I've worked with eClinical Works, mostly in the medical field. I've worked with Therabil. I've worked with, uh, I'm sorry, there was one that I worked with. I forgot the name, but mostly it's been in the health industry. So mostly like eClinical Works.
Absolutely.
Just
No
yes,
worries. And let's also kind of go over the actual systems that are not pertaining to healthcare. So I can only assume that perhaps you use Microsoft, perhaps like a Excel or Word or even
yes.
Google-based systems. Do you mind sharing that?
Yes, so I have worked with Excel, my prior company. So that's what we've mostly used is Excel, Microsoft Word, um, Google Meets. So we've worked with, different
Systems.
systems. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No,
Yes.
no worries at all. Awesome. So you're familiar with kind of navigating, because in these roles, I would only assume, were you using one screen or two screens? Are you
Two
comfortable
screens.
using? Okay, so you're comfortable
Yes.
using the dual monitors. You are
Yes.
used to kind of navigating on two screens with the multitasking.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
Amazing. And I asked that, Vanessa, because we know that you're applying for a front office coordinator position. And so,
Right.
in that role, there is going to be a lot of multitasking because you may have to be, doing a task that the team's asking you to do. You're having to tackle the phone lines, answer
Right.
emails, and then you have someone walking in. So, how are you able to really overcome your day to day with the multitasking, or how do you navigate through that?
So I'm very comfortable with multitasking. I mean, you get used to it after a while. When you have two screens, you're working on one thing and then on another thing, and then a client walks in. I usually try to, like, if I'm working on something and a client walks in, I try to put that on pause, attend to the customer as well as if someone was to give me or ring, give me a call. I just let the customer know, okay, just give me 1 second. Let me answer the phone, put them on hold, and just continue to work, handle one thing and then the other, just try to finish it as fast as possible.
Absolutely. I agree on that part.
Yes.
Now, as far as I just want to kind of ask this too. I'm not sure if I see on your resume, but have you handled any type of or entering purchase orders at all, maybe work orders at all into a system?
I have, yes. So I have worked on purchasing orders with Staples. So I'm very comfortable with that. I have no problem at all.
Okay, awesome. So you have that familiarity. Also, looking at
Yes.
your resume, I see that over at Safe Tax as a general manager, you were assisting with payroll through ADP. Tell me a little bit
I
about
was.
that.
I was. So I had 13 employees. So I did handle their payroll. I have no problem at all. I mean, I'm a fast learner. So once, I learned how to do it, I picked up quick and I had no issues at all. So, yes, actually, I
Awesome.
like doing that.
Good for
Yeah.
you. I
Yes.
I try to dabble in payroll, but truly it's I'm not a numbers person, so kudos to you on that.
Right. Yeah.
And it's definitely a
Yes.
plus. So that's incredible.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
I know that you and I again spoke a little bit on the phone, but as far as starting a new position, how soon are you looking to start a new role?
So I'm looking to start as soon as possible by next week, if possible.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I would also like to know, do you have any upcoming time off that you'll be needing, I would say in the next 30 days or so?
No, no, I don't.
Okay, awesome. Well, Vanessa, I want to thank you for the time that we spent today. I am going to
Thank
go
you,
ahead and
Jolene.
conclude this. You're very welcome. I want to ask, stay in the line with me really quickly. I want to chat with you.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you.